interviews, face-to-face interactions. But today I'm only going to talk about phone conversations with your customers. So we're going to talk about this in a separate video, but today we're going to focus on the set of nonverbal cues that is relevant in phone conversations, and that is called the paralanguage. Now, what the heck is paralanguage? Paralanguage means the nonverbal elements of speech used to modify meaning and convey emotion. It includes pace, pitch, volume, and intonation. In short, you need to pay attention to your customer's tone of voice. And no, I'm not just talking about the words that she's saying, but how she's saying them. That is paralanguage. Examples of paralanguage are gasping, laughing, crying, clearing of throat. Paralanguage is also happening every time you emphasize certain words. For example, there's a sale tomorrow versus there's a sale tomorrow. So here, sale is the emphasized word and here is tomorrow. So here, it sounds like you're excited about the sale because you're emphasizing the word sale. Here, it sounds like there's a sale tomorrow. Why are you shopping now? The same words, but the meaning changes because of the different word emphasis. That right there is a paralanguage happening. Now, let's talk about the nonverbal cues that you usually hear in phone conversations when talking to your customers. Let's start with sighing. Now, I want you to listen to this mock call and try to guess what the customer is feeling.
Why do you need my account number? I already gave you my name.
For security purposes, every time we're about to disclose information about our customers, we need to confirm that the caller is the owner of the account.
Fine. 7384897C.
A sigh usually means that your customer is tired or frustrated or impatient or annoyed. And in this particular mock call, the customer is impatient and annoyed. And now, by understanding these nonverbal cues, you would already know how to proceed. So by knowing that your customer is impatient and annoyed, you would try to speed it up. You would try to use as less words as possible, and you would try to avoid small talk unless she initiates it. And this, my friend, is how active listening helps you. Now, second example, may I ask you to check if the USB is properly connected to your laptop?
I can't. I don't know anything about this. I need a technician. I can't. I don't know anything about this. I need a technician.
As you heard, two different customers who said the exact same thing, but there's a huge difference because the first one was shouting and the second one was hesitant. Based on what you just heard, to whom would you send the technician first? To the shouting customer or to the hesitant one? Who do you think has no more patience left to spare? Just ignore the company policy for now. Ignore the requirements for dispatching a technician. Just base your answer on the nonverbal communication of these two customers. Who do you think would you send the technician to sooner? And I think you would all agree that you would send the technician sooner to the shouting customer. And that's because it's easier to reason with the hesitant customer. You can still assure her that you're going to help her. But with the angry customer, good luck with that. Now, let's talk about the non-lexical conversational sounds. Another fancy word, what the heck does this mean? Basically, for the lack of a better term, these are words in English that are gibberish. They don't have particular meaning in a way that a regular English word would have, but when they're used in conversations, they're usually used to convey emotion, to signal recognition or signal comprehension. For example, when you want to non-verbally tell your customer that you're listening without saying, "I'm listening," you would usually say, This is the equivalent of nodding. But since you're talking over the phone, then you instead say, This tells your customer nonverbally to go on, I'm listening. Another example of this is if you want to convey recognition, you say, oh, or ah, or ah. Or if you want to show that you're thinking, you can say, A prolonged version of this would sound like,